What's going on, guys? So this is my first video ever on YouTube, and the purpose of this YouTube page is to kind of document my journey over the next 10 years just investing money into Nvda and Bitcoin. All right, so my blog isn't up yet. I've kind of been making like these entries in terms of going over overview and my perspective on these two things, but I plan on putting $520 a month into both Nvidia and Bitcoin and splitting it 260, throwing it in there, and I'm not touching it for 10 years. No matter what, I'm not touching it. Yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. This whole YouTube, this blog, the Instagram, they all exist just to track all this stuff so that people can look through it and kind of see, oh, he was here and then he went here. Oh, this fluctuation happened. What was the reason for it? And you can kind of look in, and I'll have information about that for you guys to check out, And the big thing, people ask, well, why Nvidia? Why Bitcoin? Everyone's getting in fucking Nvidia and Bitcoin right now. So I got into Nvidia last July. I put $3,000 towards it, and then I put some extra money towards it every month, like $100 to $200. And I think there was a month or two I had extra, a little left over, and I put even more in. And Nvidia over the last 6 months is up 65%. 65%. So it's gotten me like an extra $3,200, right? Extra $3,200 in interest. Okay. So Bitcoin, I just started that last month. Put a couple, I think it's like 0.01 Bitcoin I have. And I know there's tons of videos fluctuating online right now about invest in 0.01 Bitcoin, and in 10 years or 5 years or years, like, you're going to be wealthy. We'll see about that. I don't know if that's true or not, but I ended up just putting a couple $100 in just to start out. And again, I'll be putting money towards that every month. So a little background about me, right? I'm 32, and I'm a school teacher in a foreign country. I'm an expat. I'm American, and I'm in a foreign country teaching at an international school. Love my job, but not making a ton of money, right? I'm a teacher. So I'm not going to be making what a physician makes in this lifetime, not going to be making what a C-suite executive, BDR, salesman, whatever. And I'm fucking fine with that. I'm sure my earnings will go up, but I love what I do, love to teach, yada, yada, yada. You don't want to hear it. So 520 is a decent amount of money for me, right? I'm putting it's not just chump change for me with my salary. I'm like putting a decent amount of money away. It may go up. It may go up, right? Maybe I'll go up to 600, 700. I don't know. Right now it's at 520, okay? And I'm kind of sticking to that because that's what I'm comfortable with, and that's probably what it'll be for the next year or so. So I'm sure there's guys, you can go on fucking YouTube right now. You find people, they'll take a look at my little itty bitty portfolio and they're piss their pants laughing, right? But I don't really care. I'm starting with what I start off at, and this is just for people to follow along and kind of see what happens, to someone's, a glimpse inside of someone's portfolio and the fluctuations that can happen over time. So, funny thing, 5 years ago, Bitcoin, I had a couple people, like friends, guys that are, I have two friends that work in finance, and I have a brother-in-law who's an accountant, and these three people came up to me and they're like, dude, you should really invest in Bitcoin. Like, you should really invest in it. And I was like, dude, you can get the fuck out of here, because I'm not putting my hard-earned money. I was working in sales at the time. I was like, I'm not putting my hard-earned money towards any kind of digital currency. Like, it's just like Dogecoin and that stuff. I'd look at it and I go, that's cringe. Like, people put their money, you could have put that shit towards Microsoft or Apple, and it's going to work out way better for you, right? Those guys kept their Bitcoin, and they're doing pretty well for themselves right now. I mean, they're not like billionaires, but they got a good amount of money put away. You know, stuff for their kids, for college funds, go on vacations, take their old parents on a trip, like a dream trip, right? And it kind of got me thinking, you know, I could have started 5 years ago. I literally could have started. Same thing with Nvda. I thought about investing in Nvda. I thought about it because I've known Nvda for most of my life, from graphics cards and buying those and installing them into my gaming rigs growing up. And like, I'd have pictures of their graphics cards on my wall in my bedroom. I'm like, man, this is awesome. And I really just thought Nvda. I'm like, I believed in them. I thought they were so cool. And then I also learned about Jensen Huang. Jensen Huang is right now is our Steve Jobs, I think. He's our Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs of the whole AI boom and all this shit. He's our guy. He's a visionary. The man knows what he's talking about, and he's got the numbers and performance to back it up. So even though I'm investing in Nvidia, I'm also investing in leadership. Jensen Huang is the fucking man, and I believe that. So he said a bunch of things about AI in the future, all the different uses, you know, their hardware is going to have for, you know, all AI related things. So could I be wrong? Yeah, I could be way wrong. Like, maybe in 10 years I lose a lot of money. And same thing with Bitcoin. Could be absolutely wrong. The thing with Bitcoin, I don't think we're really near like Bitcoin being actual currency anytime soon, but I think it's similar. If you just it's like digital gold. It's finite. There can only be 21 million. I think we've mined like a little over 19 at the time of this video. And I just think the value is going to increase. It's my opinion, okay? So there's 3 different things that could happen here. Number one, 10 years from now, fucking Nvidia and Bitcoin, they blow it out of the water. They kick ass. And I have a nice little college fund for my kids. At that time, my parents will be like 66, 67. Can take them on a nice little trip. Can pay off any little amount of credit card debt I have. And then take the rest of the money and invest in something else, right? I could do that. That's my goal. Or number 2, I have a similar amount of money invested, or a similar return I would have gotten from just doing a regular S&P ETF. Like, could have just done that, and maybe I hit the mark a little higher than that ETF, or a little beneath, or like right on it. And in that case, I'll just take that money and I'll literally put the fucker into an ETF, and I'll be like, no more fucking around, and I'll just keep it in there. And hey, I saved money, I was stacking bread, and I can, whatever, just let the ETF do the work. And then number 3, what could happen is that I lose my money, right? I lose my money. I could have just put it in an ETF, yada, 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 and woe is me, right? That could be it too. And if that's the case, I'll just have to work twice as hard in my 40s, put like half my paycheck towards retirement or whatever. Do whatever I got to do. And I'll accept that, because this is life, and life is fun when you take risks, or calculated risks, and sometimes you hit it, sometimes you kind of hit it, and then you don't. So we'll see what happens. But anyways, guys, this is the channel. Right now, my blog's not up. I don't have my Instagram, got like 0 followers, whatever. And I'm sitting at $8,000, $41.95. That's what I'm at. Eventually the blog will go up. You guys can check that out and kind of see like the little whatever tidbits I have on there. But anyways, this is video 1 of 120. Investing in Nvidia and Bitcoin every month. See you guys.